Hello, are there elders out there? Welcome to this week's edition of Senior Citizens Forum. It's a program specifically designed for the elderly ones and showcase their joy, their plight, and their total wellness. This week, we shall show you the event of the World Elder Day. Senior citizens, selected from different local governments, attended the World Elders Day celebration. Most of the senior citizens present were given free medical checkups, especially on blood pressure, sugar level, and eye tests. Pharmacists and medical doctors were on hand to examine those present. The convener of the event, Mrs. Folorunso Lawal, said the program was to further draw the attention of the government on the need to take proper care of the elderly people in the country. She said senior citizens must be happy all the time.
Our objectives in line with SDGs. To render medical and educational services to the older persons on a monthly basis through our U3A programs. We want to eradicate poverty and hunger through our entrepreneurial scheme for older persons, e.g. agriculture, empowerment and financial inclusion programs. Capacity building for caregivers so as to conform with global standard of care services for older persons. Provision of recreational and educational centers through partnership and volunteerism with other stakeholders. We want to serve as home away from home and collaboration among other members. Our achievements so far. We render medical in our achievements. We divided the achievements into three. We go to the medical department. We divided them into departments. The medical department will render monthly medical care to older persons. We do regular medical checkup and we check blood sugar as well as blood pressure. We do regular routine consultation by medical doctors, free drug supply, introduction of Lagos State Health Scheme to all NGO members. That means our members in the NGO. We introduce health scheme.
I'm happy for what is happening today. The initiator, Mrs. Lawal Folorunso, a renowned nurse par excellence, retired but not tired. She started this program like out of passion, care for the elderly ones. Like I said, I've been a nurse. I found out that caring for these elderly ones gives me a lot of joy and benefits. Why? When you give the elderly ones the care expected of them, they will pray as if you gave them something else. And that prayer lives long with you. I'm a testimony to this. Again, caring for the elderly ones is like you are telling yourself that in future somebody else will come to your place and care for you. Not even only that, you are telling them their future because they are more or less turned back as a young one now. They are back as a baby. So you got to understand the modus operandi. That yes, this one will not be able to do as before because the strength is not there. There is reduction in daily activities and whatnot. So we encourage them, and when they're on bed, you don't allow them to stay on a particular spot for long to prevent bed sore, to weakening of the muscles, and also when the elderly ones are not walking, you make use of their leg often because that leg can carry them for as much. That's why in the morning, early morning before 10 a.m. by 7, 8, subject them to little walk around. You know, in those days, our elderly ones in the village, they will go around the family. Let me go and see my. Also, when they have great grandchildren, they will be the one to bath the baby. Those activities elongate their life. Okay, and the United Nations appreciated this. They are celebrating that we have about 703 million elders in the whole world. And they are increasing every day. Like between 2019 and 8, we have about 6% of it has increased. Between 1999 and 2019, about 9% increment. That means every day, every year they are increasing. And like I could attest to this when I was in Australia. I could attest to this also when I was in California, I saw the elderly ones. They are still able. There must be a commensurable environment that will enhance their strength or enhance their longevity. The government has a lot to do in terms of creating a living environment. At this stage, they can't climb stairs, so most of them should have a low-level environment. When they are sharing out the government houses, how many they share to these ones? If they don't have money, they forget about them. Not even only that, to what else they give them some programs that will encourage them. So I want to see where this one will have a place they can even go and sit down and the government come and address them.
Presenting the World Elder Days theme, Digital Equity for All Ages, Professor Olarewaju Aremu said the theme was to address digital availability and bring awareness of the importance of digital inclusion for older persons.
The topic today is digital equality for all ages. All of us must have access. But for a letter, that we pay and say error kíkọ́ pé alágbèéká tí ó ti di dára bí àjẹrè. It allows the world to be at your fingertips. Ẹ lè jókòó sí mísìn, ẹ bá London sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ jókòó ọmọ ìjọba l'Amẹ́ríkà, ẹ bá sọ̀rọ̀, ọmọ ìjọba ní China, ẹ bá sọ̀rọ̀. Àti sí pé tí a bá tẹ̀lé ṣe tó sí Nàìjíríà sí, a ò ní láti bá ń lọ káàkiri ẹ̀yà wa. Tí ẹ bá mọ ṣọ́ọ̀bù tó ti ń ta oúnjẹ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ yín, ẹ kò pé wọ́n ni. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, hello, please supply me my food. Ó yẹ wá fún yín. We all aware now that ní Nàìjíríà lẹ́nu náà, àtìwá nínú ìlú báyìí. We have some stuff. Àwọn bìkan tó ń ta oúnjẹ, tó ń ta bàtà, ta aṣọ. Tó bá ti wọnú íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì, ẹ má ṣe wàhálà lọ. Kí ni mo ní ká ṣe? Call them on your phone. They will deliver the service to you. In tó máa ṣe ni pé tí gèlè mọ́mí ìwà ìbá jẹ́ pé wọ́n tà ní 1,000 ní jàǹkárá. Tó bá ń gbọ́ sílé ẹ̀fí 50 naira fún ọkọ̀ mọ́tò bóyá 1,100 naira. Àpèjúwe mo ṣe is an example. So that 100 naira will have saved you the stress of going to buy clothes ní jàǹkárá tó máa ti ẹ̀yìn àwa máa tì í sí ẹnu àwọn àlóní ọlọ́kadà onímọ̀rúwá ẹ̀dínláyà àti ràùdà ẹ̀kọ́. So why give yourself problem? Where you don't need to go, don't go. Just make a call. Just make a phone call, and everybody will come. Even
various speakers at the event stressed the need to identify older persons and assess their needs. They also said the older persons should not be made to suffer, saying there should be adequate protection and assistance programs for them.
One way or the other, you have contributed to the government itself. So it's very bad. These elders need to be taken care of, whether they have children or not. They need to have a home. They need to take them out of the street. They need to take care of them. Then the second one is to be organized and built on the capacity, skills, and resources of the older person. All of the elders sitting down here, they are resourceful. They are skilled. And that is what United Nations identifies. The Bible build a nation. You don't need the youth. You need the wisdom of the elders. And the wisdom of the elders needs to guide the youth to make a successful country. Where we are, because the elders refuse to do their own work. Which is the own work? Go and train your children. It's not until you get there. The government is so jammed. Problem come there. You think when you get there, you solve the problem. You ask for it. Because the way the age is now is very faster than when you were coming. So you think when you get there, you can use that idea to solve this problem? You can't. What you need to do is to identify those ones that have the strength that you don't have. And then use your wisdom to train them, to teach them what to do, and guide them to have a successful leadership, which we don't have.
They should not allow them to be actually stay indoor perpetually. They should interact. But the interactions goes beyond backbiting, goes beyond just talking. They should interact with their friends, their folks, take walk, do little exercise, and eat food that are highly nutritious in nature. I mean, mix with people, because when they stay idle, they start to think, and they don't need it at all. They interact, they crack jokes, they like text most night. They make some proverbs, they jokes around, they play, they visit.
One thing is very important. They should stop worrying. It is very, very important in old age to be at peace with yourself. Avoid regrets. You've grown. You've done so many things that you don't want to think about. And yes, some of these old people had children that they are worrying about. Yes, you've done your best. What else do you want to do? When you're getting to 60, 70, stop worrying. Make sure you have people surrounding you. Loneliness is even a worse disease than any other disease in old age. So, as much as possible, as each person is growing older, cultivate relationship. Have people around you. This would enable you to get rid of any kind of abuse from people that might take advantage of old people, because yes, old people are vulnerable. So they should be at peace with themselves, and they should stop worrying. I think that's the best advice I can give to them.
In the area where you have people, your old friends, your families, your relatives, so I do a lot of going out. I go to parties where I will meet with my old friends. So that is what has been keeping me strong, because I am 67 if you look at me, and you will hardly know that that is my age. So I make sure I move with people, I interrupt, I dance, I sing songs, I go to church. I'm a Christian. When I go to church, I dance.